Let's see. I forgot to put on the jams this morning. I've been out here. I've been watching AEL. I love her. She's just so funny. She just cracks me up so much. Oh, don't you know that's the first card I pulled, too? It flipped out and then I put it back. Room's on fire. Stevie Nicks. Maybe I was thinking the rooms were all on fire every time you walked inside the room. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sup, witches? I'm saying this flipped out of the deck of many things first was the room's on fire. Or the lines, the room's on fire. Maybe I was thinking the rooms were all on fire. But then I flipped it around a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing it with got my charcoal tabs now to keep it burning. So that way I don't have to worry about flames. That stuff was crazy. But the other card that I got here, and that's why I put Don't Panic, because The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the movie, the book, it's a best-selling book, but the reason that it is, it said on the cover, it says Don't Panic in big, bold letters. But the card that I put out right here is the Encyclopedia of Galactica, and its chapter on love states that it is far too complicated to define. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy has this to say on the subject of love. Avoid, if at all possible. It's been interesting, man. The energies have been interesting, man. I've been debating on coming out all morning. I'm glad I did, though. Still no charcoal tabs. I need to start putting stuff for the cord on that Amazon list. Charcoal tabs and things like that. So that way if people don't want to send money, they can at least send something that I use for the rituals, baby. Every question there is an answer. For every question there is an answer. And for every answer there is another question. Very true. Been confusing lately. Shit's been interesting for sure. For sure. The collective is paying back on like Christmas lights on a tree. But it tends to happen this time of year. Right? Everybody's feeling themselves. Summertime's coming. Everybody's either feeling themselves or beating themselves up because, but man, dude, I had lost so much weight before I lost my fucking mind. I was looking really good. I got to get back on it, man. I'm such a slacker. Anybody else been getting that message too? Enough slacking, time to get rocking again. I think COVID made everybody lazy. Like it started out all fun and games, but then after a while we're like, please let my kids go back to school. I got no time to do nothing. I can't kick them outside like my parents did. But see, my parents, like, how did your grandmother keep the house so clean? What? The kids weren't allowed to stay inside. I can't send my kids outside. My park is right there. If I send my kids to go play at the park, literally right around the corner from my house, they will call the cops because DSS is right next to the fucking park too. And children, big sign, no unattended children. You have to, in order to let your children play, you have to stop all of your adult responsibilities to go watch them play. It's insanity. We got a lotus cannot bloom in a garden built for a rose. That has been popping up a lot lately. No one saves us but ourselves. We ourselves must walk the path. Get this stepping. People are fools. You know the wizard's rules. I had a lot of prayers answered without sitting in a building. Yeah, I was watching AEL trip out on some Catholics in her group. Talking about, this ain't God. Da, 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 da. It's the devil. She's using crystal balls. It's the devil. I'm like, people are so fucking terrified of witches, but nobody's scared of the fucking group that burned people alive. If I'm scary to a person, that means that person, if they had the gifts and abilities that I do, would use it for evil. Because you are, when you make those judgments, you are a reflection of yourself. Right? You can be as tricky and manipulative as you want to be, but that's just how it is. I don't know, man. It's just been funny. I've been having fun the last few days. You know, people think I'm creepy because I like to decoupage skulls with flowers and crystals. You know, some of my favorite people to follow on Instagram. One woman, she's a taxidermist and embalmer, and she likes to embalm jars. And she works with an animal shelter. And whenever they have like stillborn kittens or things like that, they give her these little bodies, and she puts them in jars and with flowers and things and stuff like that for people. I mean, like, and I'm sure people would find that very creepy to go into somebody else's house and find kittens in embalmed jars. But it's not you to cast judgments, right? And those jars that she makes, all the proceeds for making them go to the animal shelter. Actually, I think all of her stuff, a percentage of all of her stuff goes to the animal shelter. Oh, for sure. More people have been killed in the name of God than anything else ever in creation. The plague, the Black Plague, killed over a third of the world's population. Still not as many people have died in the name of God. Morning, 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 Miss Ruth. How you doing today? We got Harmony and Vision Quest here. I don't know. I always said if I lived near a desert, I always wanted to do this thing that I saw. I want to go camping, right? I want to go as far out into the desert and go camping, right? And then I want to get a blow-up kiddie pool and fill it with pillows and blankets and just lay out under the stars all night and watch shooting stars and stuff. I'd like to go during a meteor shower, right? You can get a couple little pools. Kids can have one. You know, right? I don't know. I think it sounds like a cool idea. Farthest I've been off the East Coast is Texas. I stayed in a dude ranch in Texas. I stayed at Corpus Christi. I've been to Baton Rouge in Louisiana. I lived in Florida. I said off the East Coast. Also, I lived in Bermuda when I was little. I like this challenge and rise. The challenge card, he's climbing the hill and rise. She's like, oh, there's a paper. Next time we do a festival, I'll take the camera and I'll do some lives of everybody out there so you can see the original wooden decks that she made for these. Did you know there's still a leprosy hospital in Baton Rouge? I didn't know that. I thought that was weird. Yeah, my dad's mom, she lived there. They're so funny. They gave us a big old bag of candy, right? And after I got done eating all this freaking candy, my my grandmother hands me a damn button that says I ate a bug. Every piece of candy in the bag had a different type of bug in it. Glad I didn't eat the lollipop with the worm. People wonder why I get such a sense of humor that I mess with my kids so much. Why? Because my family found us endless entertainment in us growing up. But that's it, right? Kids are annoying when they're little, and then when they get bigger, then you get to have your fun back at them. Gets everybody balanced. It's called karma. Right? That's the whole premise of like when the first girlfriend comes over and you show them the book. Look at all these shenanigans this little thing got into. The shame. We lived in this house, man, and we had all our pictures from all me and my sister's childhood, all our baby albums, stuff like that. Now, my mom had 2 baby albums. My baby album got eaten by one of our dogs. So there wasn't a whole lot of baby pictures left of me to begin with. And then we had we had a lot of pictures because my grandfather's a photographer, my mom's father. And so we had tons and tons of pictures in these boxes, and we moved into this house and we had them next to the fireplace, and something happened where the wall or the roof where the fireplace fucking attaches in, it leaked, and water ruined all of those pictures. All of them. No backups back then. There was no computers in our pockets. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it was Sheba. Sheba was a pit bull German Shepherd mix. She was supposed to be a purebred pit bull, but well, no, I know. What was the story with that? The mom got twice. And they were like, so it was a 50-50. They're like, she could end up being a purebred, or she could end up, some with the shepherd. We had Jake when I was little. When I was born, we had Jake, and Jake used to sleep under my crib. He was always around me, and when I was 7, he tore up my face. He bit my face. He punched his tooth through here, ripped open my nostril, and tore open my lip. And all this needed to be reconstructed. I had to have a plastic surgeon flown in and everything. That was my first major surgery and stuff like that. Shit's crazy. I don't remember a lot from that time. Don't remember a lot. But I did spend, because I jacked myself. I busted my head on a coffee table. Busted my head on a bunk bed here. Bunk bed here. Fell down the stairs and put my tooth through a lip here. I've almost bitten my tongue off I don't know how many damn times. I was like, so I spent a good chunk of my childhood. Whenever an adult saw me, they went, what happened to your face? Yep. Yeah, I know. I had a really good plastic surgeon, right? Not nice, Jake. Yeah, I carried a lot of guilt for that for a very long time because you got put down for it. They asked my parents, they're like, do you want to test him for rabies or da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And they're like, what does it matter? What does it matter? They're like, doesn't matter why he did it or what happened is what caused it. It doesn't matter. Right. All right, let's get into some cards here because it is late. It is 8:30. Kids are going to be getting up. They're the only ones that I didn't say nothing to. All right. On the 3D, there is definitely a rebirth happening, right? You get the Prince of Pentacles reversed here, though, right? I'm getting this kind of sense of be mindful that you're not chasing things because when you chase them, they run, right? There is a rebirth of energy happening here because you get the Prince of Pentacles, but then you got this in the middle here. Justice reversed, 6 of Wands reversed. I'm just getting a strong sense that there is a lot of rebirths happening on the 3D. I'm also getting a sense like this is the divine feminine energy, is this rebirthing energy, and the divine masculine might be a little bit off. I do see that there is the foundation of wealth here, but there's still just some sort of unjust situation here with the Justice reversed, and you get the 6 of Wands reversed, right? So there's like something unjust, right? Or whatever this, maintaining this, right? Let's see what the rest have to say. It's very confusing. Wealth, but the Prince of Pentacles reversed. Said I got the femme energy rising. Maybe the femme's the one that maintains the wealth. Or for some reason, her rising is making the other one. All right. Unable to let go of the past, right? 5 of Swords reversed. Just stuck in defeat at all costs is the 5 of Swords reversed, right? 5 of Swords upright is a choice. You can choose to be dramatic as you want, or you can go ahead and go, this was a great lesson, and move on with your life. But reverse this, you are just stuck in it. Like, you just can't get out of that thought process. I do see that there's team building that wants to be done here. You got the reverse lovers, right? The reverse lovers. And I'm not getting the sense, right, that it's a toxic connection so much per se, right? But as that with the judgment right after it, it's like, I feel like the Lovers card is reversed because people are putting too much judgment upon themselves, right? Right? These connections make you judge yourself more than anything else ever has in your life. I guarantee it. There'd be things you never even thought. You were like, I don't give a shit. Nobody bothers me. Nothing bothers me. I can wear whatever I want, do whatever I want. Nobody cares. And then boom, these energies come in. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to lose weight. Oh my God, this, that, judge yourself. And you're just judging yourself. You're just judging yourself because this connection actually doesn't care. Right? And there's just still a lot of what? There's not enough information to make plans with, right? There's not enough information. Not enough is clear. There's no foresight to this. There's no intuition to go off of. There's nothing to prepare because you don't know what to do with this. You don't know what to do with it, you know? And I get it. I mean, that's exactly why I released all own timelines. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not trying to figure out everybody else's shit anymore. And honestly, I really don't care what happens with me. I just want to keep on moving, right? I make steps mindfully in the moment as according to what Spirit says to do at that time. Every now and then my ego jumps up and comes running behind me and erases shit. But still, everybody has that balance. Ain't nobody perfect. And nobody perfect. All right, what's the 5D telling you? You're being guided. Still being guided, right? 9 of Cauldrons, right? You're moving towards happiness, but be mindful that you're not overindulging, right? If it's a worry of yours, then put it as a concern, right? I got the Knight of Rods and the Knight of Cauldrons here. So this is definitely 4 masculine energies and the 3 of Rods at the end here. So my glorious knights out there, if you're passionate and you love the person, stop being an immature little boy about it and say something, right? Follow your passions and follow your heart, right? Make those offers, send those messages. If you're guided to do it, then do it. Playing stupid games. People be playing stupid games all the time. Can't figure nothing out if nobody's actually talking to each other. You know, it's funny because Mel used to say this thing, and he used to be like, oh, it's too easy. It's too easy with these. The communication's too easy for the twins now. It's too easy with the phone. So now there's this weird, stupid telepathic game everybody's playing with each other, right? Where nobody's actually talking. Like, you're putting vague posts on Facebook. Well, you know what you're doing when you do that to people, especially for you other readers online? You know what you're doing? You're making yourself a false flame to hundreds of other people. You got to be mindful about these things. When you just drop these little hints and things and you're never freaking confirming shit for anybody, right? You get all these people that are lost and lonely and they're picking up on these vibes that you're putting out on the damn web. Making people go crazy. There's people out there killing themselves over this stuff. You know, people got to start taking these, stop game. It's not a game. Right, that's really what upsets me the most about most of the people in the twin flame community and most of the people in the spiritual community right now. Y'all's pumping that this shit is a fucking game. Y'all are sociopaths. This is specifically for some people out there. There are sociopaths out there who think that this is all a game. They are powerful. They put messages out telepathically. They're affecting the fucking webs. They're torturing people. People are dying out here, killing themselves because they can't live up to standards, thinking that they have these flames that aren't their flames, right? It's not a game, right? You guys are people. You're people. You're not players. You're not CPUs in a game to be manipulated and used any way you want. And that's not it. That's not it. These people that come into these gifts and they figure out how to manifest and control energy, they immediately go towards manifesting and controlling people. Right? Manifesting and controlling people. You know, it's like, especially the masculines. Who do they idolize? They idolize Hugh. What? Hugh Hefner? Yeah, that's what you want? That's what you think a divine masculine is supposed to be? A pervert in a mansion that bought himself 3 bunnies? None of them girls actually fucking liked him. Y'all, some of these men are delusional. They're straight up delusional with this stuff. What? You think you're such a master manifester, manipulator, and you think that the partner you drew in isn't a master manifester, manipulator? I'm sorry. I'm done. I shouldn't have watched AEL right before I came on here, man. I'm channeling too much of her fucking sass right now. Too much of her sass. Harmony, music. Happy music today, y'all. Happy music today. Right? Find those that you can harmonize and sing with, right? That's a big thing in my family, right? I miss New York so much. I miss sitting in the backyard and acoustic guitars and old classic rock mixed in with dance music and pool parties and barbecues and beer, and I miss that. It's time for a vision quest, y'all. Once again, vision quest. I'm also getting, now I'm not a big fan of pumping the fasting, but this vision quest card keeps coming up and I keep thinking about that, right? I do think, for a lot of people, maybe doing a fast would bring some clarity to you. Especially don't do it if like you got medications and things like that. Like I can't actually fast because I have to eat with certain foods or I'm going to get sick, right? Eat with certain foods, eat with certain medications or I'll get really sick, right? But I definitely get a sense of trying, keep it simple, stupid, trying to have as much fun as you can with the bare minimal amount of stuff, right? Nothing but music and harmony and have a good time, right? Rihanna, you know what I'm talking about, right? Riding around in the Jeep, go hit some dirt roads, go hang out by a lake. You don't need to spend a lot of money. Don't eat out. Pack a picnic. You know what I'm saying? Pack you some real fruits and fresh made stuff and actually treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by treating myself, right? When it comes to things like that, like eating out, that's not treating yourself. Treating yourself is taking the time and energy and picking really good ingredients and making something nice, right? That's what, for me, that's what's treating yourself. And I say that about the dieting and stuff too. It's like, it's got to be a mindset. What? I'm not eating healthy to torture myself. I'm not eating food that I don't like to torture myself because I got fat eating food that I do like. I eat food that I like. And I like to choose healthy foods because I love me and I deserve healthy foods. All right. That's the challenge. And we all on the rise. All righty. You want me to do the 3 cards again like I did yesterday for all the signs real quick, and then we can roll on out here. Got the all signs up. The notifications, I guess, went out this morning, huh? That was so weird. Yesterday it was just the first cards and coffee didn't go out. The rest of them did. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to get the rest of those videos loaded. I still got some more of the singles taken and forsakens to load. I got a few more to do. Where did I stop at? I stopped at Cappy. Fake. Yeah, I'm thinking of the all signs. I was like, I read Aquarius and Pisces, but that was the all signs that I did yesterday. Which the weekend chakra vibe checks up too, if you guys wanted to see it. Oh yeah, speaking of which, the Etsy store, I'm going to be putting some of those poppets and stuff up on there too. Links below, y'all. Well, not yet, but they'll be there later. Too, when I started up here, I do all that stuff on my phone. It's easier than dealing with it on the computer. Anyway, here we go. Aries. That's pretty funny. All right. All right. I feel, Aries, that you're stuck, kind of stagnant at the end of a cycle right now, right? The end of a cycle that's not ending. I feel like it's a loop, right? It's a loop, but you are very attached to this loop. And you feel like you're divinely guided into it. And with the Chariot card, it does tell you what you are divinely guided into this loop. I don't think, Aries, that you're the one that has to break this. All right? Whatever this loop is, I don't think it's within your control. You just keep being a fountain of love. You keep following your guides and intuition there. And yeah, that's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. Taurus. You got the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed, right? You reap what you sow, right? Is always what I get with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles reversed is sometimes you planted some negative seeds, you know, even if it wasn't intentional. But there's definitely you have to let go of the spilt cups and things that happened in the past, whether they were your fault or not, right? But that's what's blocking you from being able to draw in income and money with that Knight of Pentacles reversed. Or that's what's blocking that person from coming in for you if it goes the other way. All right, what am I on? Gemini. Gemini. I'm getting the sense, especially if you're a single Gemini, that you're meant to be single right now, or you're meant to be lonely right now, right? Even if you're in a relationship. This is a rite of passage that you're going through to learn how to be your own center, right? To learn how to manifest that Nine of Cups within yourself, right? And not having it attached to a relationship. That's that Six of Swords is my rite of passage card. It's part of the soul journey. Cancers. All right, Cancer, I got, you are very intelligent and you do see a lot of what's going on. And yes, your plans, you do need to make some sort of final decision before you make any solid plans, right? There's still a decision that needs to be made, a truce of some kind. Leo. I got a King of Pentacles and the Fool here and the Eight of Swords reversed. I get a sense that you're afraid to take a leap. Either you're very controlling or you're with somebody very controlling. I'm seeing that you're refusing to see that you have a way out here. You're refusing to see it. Like, it's one of those things, like those people always talk about, you know, when you're dealing with like someone in an abusive relationship. And what was it last time? There was a woman who came to me once. And she kept posting online about how her boyfriend cheats on her and everything else. And I was like, well, why don't you just leave him? And she goes, oh, well, we just bought a car and I put my name on it. And I'm like, how long ago did you do this? Oh, like 2-3 weeks ago. I'm like, you've been bitching about the dude for months and months and months. And then you turn around and you got into a legally binding contract over a vehicle and assets with them. Y'all gotta, Leo, you gotta realize where you put yourself in these situations, right? It's like you purposely setting it up so that you can't escape, right? A leap needs to be taken for you. Definitely the Fool. Leap needs to be taken. All right, what am I on? Virgo. I don't know what's up with this. All right, Virgo. I got a sense you're just being kind of a defensive asshole, right? You're looking back, but okay. Let me show you before I keep talking. Either you're being a defensive asshole, or someone is being a defensive asshole towards you, and it's definitely somebody from your past here, right? Because you got the nostalgia card, you got the Seven of Rods reversed, and you got the King of Swords reversed. The King of Swords is gnarly. He's a liar. He's a liar. He says mean shit. He spreads rumors. Reversed. The King of Swords upright is very clear, very focused. He can be harsh and sharp, but everything is done with the best of intentions. This person uses air to manipulate. Could be you, or could be the person you're dealing with. If it's you, stop. It's ucky energy to be in. Nobody likes to be in that energy. Oh my goodness. Who am I on? Libra? Libra, I see lots and lots of fights over money causing imbalance. Everybody's just up in it, swinging around. I feel like not only are you having lots of fights about money, but I feel like there's a lot of people's opinions in your business. Now, of course, Libra, for you, I'm going to say if there's a lot of people in your business, it's because you have been doing this. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of how many people you're telling every detail of your life to, okay? Because it's definitely unbalanced right now. And it's not going to help you. The more voices throwing their opinions in on everything, just the more confusing it's going to be for you. All right. Scorpio. About to skip you again, Scorp. And you're in the room. That's messed up. You caught me saying it wrong, didn't you? The battles are over. It's time to move on into new energies. The battles are over. That's what I always say. This is what I was talking about before one of the other cards. See the Five of Swords? See, he's smiling and he's picking up the swords and he's like, all right, the battle's over. The battle's over. Let's move on. Right? Let's move on from these energies. And this comes with a similar one to the Libra one too, right? The Eight of Cups in my other decks show people like gossiping in the background. You're walking away from it. Be mindful of how much you're sharing with everybody, okay? Be mindful of how much you're sharing with everybody. And anybody who's anybody who's talking down about your connection, because like I said, it's a similar thing. If you share too much with other people and everybody's like, oh, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Battles happen. Battles are allowed to happen, right? Now, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I feel like you are missing opportunities because you are obsessed with work. You're obsessed with work. You're just to the point of distraction. The universe is trying to bring in stuff for you, but you can't see nothing. You can't see nothing. I do see, though, I'm getting a sense of like overcoming, overindulging in one sense, right? Like with your obsession with the working, like you're overcoming other toxic behaviors, but at the same time, you're putting so much energy into this work that just be mindful. Just be mindful. It's the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's the weekend. So just be mindful of other things going around, because I feel like something's going to come in, something that's going to try to be offered to you by the universe, and you need to be aware that that's what's going on, right? Don't replace one addiction for another addiction. That's something a lot of people tend to do too, right? What the fuck is that movie? Saving Sarah? No, not Saving. Something Sarah Marshall. It's got what's his face in it? Russell Brand, right? In one of his, he's got these series of movies that he's in, that he did a lot with Adam Sandler, where essentially he plays the same character. It starts with Get Him to the Greek. He plays this drug addict, rock star, right? And he goes through all these things, and he goes from being addicted to drugs to being like addicted to yoga to being there. And his girlfriend ends up saying that to him at the end of the thing. She's like, "You're always addicted to something." She goes, "It was drugs, and then it was yoga, and then it was this." And for you, I feel like maybe you went from partying too much to now you're just working all the time. It's like you got to find that balance in there, right? You got to find that balance in there. Don't let things all consume you to the point where you're blocking stuff out. Capricorn. Whew. Oh, right. This is what's got to be annoying when you guys can't see the cards. All right, so we got a Knight of Cups and a Knight of Swords. We got an opinionated, hasty person here with a sharp, nasty tongue. They got nothing loving or nice to say at all. This is the end of the. You need to put an end to this. You need to put an end to this. If this is someone who's drawing this energy out of you, get rid of them. If this is a person treating you like this, get rid of them. This is the end, y'all. This is the end, right? If this has been a repeating pattern for a long time with whatever you're dealing with this weekend, let it die. Let it die. Let it die. They ain't got nothing nice to say. And you ain't got nothing nice to say. Not deep down. Not really think about it. Aquarius, towers returning, illusions being shattered, and victories to be had. Now, I don't know if the victories are going to be victories and revelations about this tower that's returning. It could be a tower that's returning, and the shattered illusions are going to give you victory and clarity in your own mind, or if you're going to have victory and clarity with this person from the past. It really will depend on what exactly illusions were shattered or going to be shattered, right? I can't see all that. Pisces. Pisces, you got the King of Wands, masculine fire energy here. Got a lot of burdens, right? A lot of burdens. And you got the Page of Cups. All right. So this is a very loving energy. I love this energy. Messages of love, giving love back and forth. You got this powerful energy here with you, right? A lot of passion, a lot of love. You know, that's the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the King of Wands, right? The King of the Wands. I'm losing my mind this morning, y'all. I need to go and do something with myself. So you get the 10 of Rods there in the middle, reverse. So for me, that's always like what? It's too much. You got too much going on. You need to put down the sticks and reorganize them, okay? Okay. You need to prioritizing your priority lists. All right. You need to actually put lists into action. I get a lot of sense that you guys just make a lot of lists. You make a lot of lists, but then the list itself becomes so overwhelming that you never do the list. Because in making the list, you're picking up too many sticks. Making sense over there? The fishies are working on it, right? Oh, man. I love Pisces. I was talking to Elsa about that the other day. I was like they own their crazy in a fun way. Definitely. In a fun way. Unless you call them crazy. If you want to see crazy, like true scary crazy, call them crazy. See what happens. I dare you. Especially when they're mad. All right, y'all. So let's go back over the messages from Spirit. We had a lot of prayers answered without sitting in a building. We had people are fools. You know the rules. The wizard's rules. No one saves us but ourselves. We ourselves must walk the path. A lotus cannot bloom in a garden built for a rose. If you are not blooming, you are not in the right garden. Right? For every question, there is an answer, and for every answer, there is another question. Only always. And then finally, our main message from this morning. Don't panic. And if you need a movie, go watch Hitchhikers, right? You got the Encyclopedia Galactica in its chapter on love states that it is far too complicated to define. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy has this to say on the subject of love. Avoid, if at all possible. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and trippy ass paths with me. As always, buttons and bells, y'all. Buttons and bells. I'm going to go throw my descriptions and stuff like that on and get some more of those singles, takens, and forsakens loaded. All right. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. I'm back as soon as I can. I promise.